Guys, welcome back. It's me, Sahil Mahajan. So in today's video, we'll be discussing about permanent IAM credentials. So let's dive right into this video. So as we have been discussing previously, you guys have heard about users, groups, and roles, and told you guys that we will be discussing about these three things in a bit depth. So let's dive right into it. So first, we're gonna cover what are users. A user basically relates to a physical person. So any physical person, be it you or I, would relate to a user in the AWS console or in the AWS environment. Coming on to the second thing we have is groups. Now a group is basically a logical grouping of users according to a specific job function. So basically, as we've been talking about our billing department, so our billing department is basically a group, right? So the billing department is a group, and now that department may have 10 users. So the 10 users will be part of this billing department group. Or we may have developers, we may have testers, we may have administrators, we may have people who come for security audit. So we can create multiple groups according to a specific job function. Now this job function, as I specified, it could be related to finance, it could be a developer, it could be an administrator or something, and we create such groups to which we attach IAM policy documents. Now moving on to the third thing, that is roles. Roles are basically used for internal usage within AWS, which basically says that a role is attached to a specific resource so that it can communicate to another AWS resource. So basically this is resource to resource communication that takes place in the AWS environment. Now let's move on to the next slide. Again, I want to emphasize on one thing over here. That's why we have a note. So one physical person should have one user account. No user account must be shared among multiple people. So basically, if I am the user Sahil, I should have only one account on the AWS platform, and my account should not be shared with anyone else. I should be the sole user of this account. So moving on, we have a concept called principle of least privilege, which basically means that you only assign a user the minimum number of privileges they need to perform their tasks or job. Again, we're going to take the example of the billing department. Now the billing department only requires privilege and access to billing related information, and they do not require access to maybe an EC2 or an S3 bucket, which basically means that we provide them the minimum privileges, that is only access to the billing related information. So that is the concept of least privilege. So least privilege is a best practice. Make sure that you guys always provide least privilege access to a user and never ever provide them more access than what they do require to perform their task or perform a specific job. So I hope you guys did understand about this. So let's dive right into the AWS console so I can show you guys on how can you create a user and how can you create a group on the AWS console. Okay guys, so here we are on the AWS console. So for this, again, we will be heading back to the IAM dashboard. So again, if you guys have been following along, your IAM should be in your recently visited on your console home. So we're going to click on IAM. Once this loads up, you can see this is our IAM dashboard, and if you come to the left hand side, you will be able to see users, roles, and policies. So we're going to click on users. As you can see, I already have multiple users set up over here. So for you guys, because there was no user that was set up, it should be empty. So we're going to click on create user. When we click on create user, we're going to give a username. So I'm just going to give like maybe Sahil YouTube. Yeah. So do you want to provide the user access to the AWS management console? This is optional. So if you want the user to have access to the console, how we are accessing the console, you can do that. I'm going to choose yes. I want to provide what do you say, access to the AWS console. You will have two types over here. How are you providing console access to this person? One is a specify user and identity center, or you want to create an IAM user. For this scenario, we will be creating an IAM user. So we're going to click on I want to create an IAM user. You have auto generated password. I'm saying yes, or you can either create a custom password. I just want to, as this is just a test user, I'm just going to leave it as an auto generated password. And then do you want the user to create a new password on their next sign in? So basically, when this user does sign in with this auto generated password, do you want the user to create a new password? So it is of course recommended that the user does create their password. So I'm going to enable that, and then we're going to click on next. When we click on next, it basically asks us to set permissions. That is, you can add the user to a group, you can attach policies directly, or you can copy permissions from an existing user to this user. Again, I already have one group over here, hence why my user group is populated. For you guys, the user group will not be populated. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a group. So we're going to click on create group. When we click on create group, we're going to give a useful group name. So I'm just going to say temp access maybe, and I am not going to choose any permission policy over here. Again, you guys can choose any permission policy that you guys want to give for this. For example, if you want to give this user administrative access to AWS, you can simply checkbox the administrator access policy name. Again, I just want to create a temporary group. I'm going to click on create user group. As you can see, the temp access user group has been created. So I'm going to click on temp access. I'm going to scroll down. We're going to click on next. Once we click on next, you can view your username. You can say the password is auto generated, password reset yes. You can see permission policies. It has the IAM user change password policy. This is basically the option that we selected, wherein when the user does log in for the first time, they are prompted to change their password, and we are assigning it to the temp access group. We're going to leave the tags empty for now, and we're going to click on create user. As you can see, the user has been successfully created, and you can retrieve your password from here. Now guys, make sure that you click on show console password and you view the password that is mentioned over here. The reason being is the moment you move away from this page, you will not be able to view this password. This is a one-time view password, as it's mentioned over here. This can only this is the only time you can view and download this password. So my recommendation would be is maybe you can email sign-in instructions to yourself or to someone, and also you can download a CSV file that will contain your username and password in case you do forget your password by the time you share it to the specified user, or if this user is for yourself, you have this password stored down. Now we're going to head to return. I will be deleting this user, so it does not matter much to me. As we can see, the user has been created. You can see over here the user has been successfully created. Perfect. Now if we head over to user groups, you will be able to see that we have we have the new group created, which is temp access, and you can see that it was created a minute ago and permissions are not defined, and you can also view the number of users. Again, I'm going to click on temp access. You'll be able to see more details like what is the user group name, what was the creation type, what is your ARN, and you can see the users that are part of it. Again, permissions, because we have not attached any policies, you can see permission policies is basically 0. So I hope you guys got an idea on how can you create a user using the AWS console under identity and access management dashboard, and also how you can create a group and how can you attach permissions to a specified group. So I hope you guys did like this video. If you did, please make sure to leave a like, do subscribe, and do comment if there are any topics that you guys would like me to cover. I hope you guys have a great day ahead. See ya. Take care. Bye bye.